What do my gente boys coming through once again? And on today's video, we're going to talk about Fuerza Estatal de Seguridad Ciudadana, aka the Gringo Hunters, aka the los casa gringos. But right here, you just call them Seguridad Ciudadana, right? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, my experience with them, and what actually they do right here, right? But before we continue with this video, man, don't forget to hit the like, a comment, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button real quick. It doesn't cost you nothing. At the end of the day, you're just helping my channel become bigger and bigger, which I highly appreciate. For those new subscribers, for those who've been subscribed, man, muchas gracias for the opportunity. I highly appreciate it. So let's get to the video, right? So Fuerza Estatal de Seguridad Ciudadana. Who are they? Usually these individuals or this group, right, of police officers, it's like a special force. They are in charge of any fugitives from the U.S. Not only that, they're also in charge of the crime that is in the city. And trust me, they get dirty. They get their job done, and a lot of people don't like them, right? Now, the reason I'm talking about these individuals is because they were involved with the case with Cesar Hernandez, and where sadly one of their agents became unalive. Her name was Abigail Esparza Reyes, and she was 32 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Left two kids by themselves. She was a single mom. And you have to think about this, man. Doesn't matter how that lady was, their attitude, because there's that footage of her at work and stuff like that. It does not matter. I mean, at the end of the day, she left two kids, man, and it's sad to be in that situation, man. So hopefully those little ones, they grow up to be somebody that does good in this planet, right? So these individuals are in charge, like I said, with fugitives from the U.S., right? So my encounter with those guys was when I barely came to Mexico, right? So I was new to this game. Nobody has laced me up on this. You know, they were like, okay, ponle ahí está, ponle, you do your thing, right? So one time I was driving, and they stopped me. They came out of nowhere. Trust me, I pay attention when I'm driving. I don't know if they were hiding somewhere or whatever, but they came out of nowhere, and they stopped me. So I stopped, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever, what's going on right here? They ask all kinds of different questions, especially like, ¿a qué te dedicas? What do you do for a living? Your name. They want to know if you were deported, or if you're a citizen, stuff like that. And they want to know if you were deported, why was the cost? Why were you in prison? How much time you do? Do you have any warrants? They want to know everything, right? So depending how you act depends how they're gonna treat you, man. Actually, they do the fingerprints depending. If they had a suspicion that you're somebody, they'll run the fingerprints and stuff like that. They'll run your name for sure. My name's been run through that stuff every time they stop me. They have stopped me so far at least like 6 times, man. Usually I post it on the channel when they have stopped me. And trust me, it's nothing nice. It's not like the regular stop by the cops. These guys don't even ask for your driving license. These individuals don't want your ID, and they want to know that you're legit. ¿A qué te dedicas? And once you give them a business, usually that's what I give them. I give them a business, and after that, that justifies what you're driving, if you have American plates and stuff like that. Because they're solely what I have noticed that these guys stop individuals with American plates. That's their target. Somebody who has American plates. Not to mention, they just stop any individual who looks suspect, who is in a group and stuff like that. And when they stop a suspect, they go through their car, like they always go through my car. And sometimes when they find something, man, it's a big deal. I heard stories of individuals paying 40,000 pesos just to let them go because they had something in the car, or they're saying they planned something. But come on, let's be honest. I don't think they planned something, because I have been stopped many times and they haven't planned nothing on me. At least one time they did got a bag of pills. And they're like, what is this, man? I was like, I don't know what it was, but it was actually some aspirins that my wife had put on the back of the seat that I didn't know nothing about. And I was like, man, you trying to trick me or what? Like, honestly, I was almost arguing with those guys. Like, man, you tripping, man. That's not my shit. And eventually they were like, nah, I think there's aspirins and stuff like that. And they just let me go, you know? But it is a scary situation to be stopped by these individuals, because you never know what's going to happen. These guys are not wanted by the citizens. Why? Because they do a lot of corruption, or at least that's what people think, right? I've just heard of those cases of them stopping somebody specifically and charging them 14,000 pesos for possibly he had something in his car, and they just let him go, right? But I believe like 2 months ago, they actually got in a shootout, and it got in a shootout with cartels. And the reason why I'm saying this is because for those who know my channel, know that I have contacts in the police, in la municipal, and cops. I got contacts with cops, right? So what they told me when this happened, when one of those guys got shot, is that these individuals decided to go to a town. So they're supposed to be escorted by the municipales, but the regular cops right here. And the Serchales, we're just going to go by ourselves. And those two trucks, one in where the boss, the main individual of this agency, was traveling to this town. So why all of a sudden this individual is on the ground putting in some work, right? So this individual went to this place, and somehow, some reason, he ended up getting shot. I don't know if they were asking for some kind of money and stuff like that, some kind of piso, whatever. Because you have to understand that when it comes down to crime, they sometimes work with the cops, man. That they have to pitch in some money so everybody can win, right? And after that, it was chaotic right here where I'm at. I think it was like 2-3 weeks without cops. I don't know if one of my old subscribers remember that. I made a video about that. And there's no law. There's no law. Usually, those guys will come from the city, patrol everything all morning, all night, and then go back home. You know, and it was bad. It was bad. But do I miss it? No, I don't miss it, because those guys were not playing. They were stopping every single individual, man, and it was all bad. I don't know if people that live in Mexico remember the Pepos. I don't know if this was like a branch of the Pepos or the Pepos at one point, but eventually once the president came through, they changed the name. That usually is how it goes. Once the president comes through, they change the names of things, and they start fresh, right from the beginning. These individuals are very tactical, and usually they have armed vehicles. I have seen them before. They're like little tanks and stuff like that. But one thing I can tell you, that those guys will let their presence be known, and trust me, everybody's scared of them. Everybody in the city is scared of those individuals, because if you have any American plates, they will gonna stop you. One thing I can tell you about these individuals, they're mad about what happened in Tijuana, and they're gonna go after that individual. They're gonna go after Cesar Hernandez, and I don't think he's gonna make it. I'm just putting it that way. I don't think he's gonna make it. When I got stopped yesterday, I talked to them, kind of trying to hint like what's up with what's going on with all that stuff, man. But they were very short at the beginning, because they don't know who I was. But basically, it seems like they are patrolling the streets. They are being heavy just to show their presence. One thing is being a fugitive of the United States and come to Mexico. Another thing is being a fugitive of the United States, come to Mexico and take out a cop. That's when you're done messed up. And trust me, the days are counted for this individual. I don't think he's going to make it. We'll see what happens. But one thing I know is that these individuals do not play. So with this being it, we are out to next video. Hopefully you like this video, man. I try to explain who are these individuals as much as I could, man. Basically, it's just a special group who is in charge, not only getting individuals who are fugitives from the U.S., but also to control the crime in the city. Whether they accomplish that or not, that's a whole different story, man. But that is my video of today. Hopefully you like it. To next one. Muchas gracias.